and welcome back to the Paul Holden Details channel. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. If you're like me, you've probably eaten all the wrong things, drank the wrong things, and now you feel fat and horrible and you need to get outside and start burning some calories. What better way to do it than to tackle something like this? This is my son's BMW. Looking a bit sorry for itself. So we've got some products sent down from these guys, Molecular. Got a number of different products. I'm not going to be featuring every single one. There's a ton of those on my trolley. On the left, we've got a wheel bucket with some shampoo in it. And we've also got the acid-free wheel cleaner. This is the dilutable one. And then the frequency, that's the all-purpose cleaner. Arva Smart P60. If you haven't seen the video on this, check it out. Pay close attention to my channel this year. More pressure washer stuff coming. Talking of which, they sent down this. This is the nozzle adapter. You can get some quick release nozzles. You won't lose those in a hurry. 40 degree and a 25 degree one they've sent down. Handy to have. I'm going to start with the 40 degree one. That is the wider of the two, obviously. So I can get right into the arch. And I can blast the tyre and the wheel face. They are minging. Now, many of you will be watching this thinking, why are you doing your son's car? Well, because that's my job. I'm a dad and I love doing it. Also, he is travelling. He's travelling the globe with his girlfriend. We wish them every safe possible adventure possible. Any more possibles in there? And I'm missing him because he's my son. Miss both my sons, although the house is rather quiet and a damn sight cheaper. Cheaper food bills? Yes. Right, all-purpose cleaner on the tyre, give that a damn good scrub, and then start soaking the acid-free wheel cleaner onto the barrel and the face. Onto the barrel, Paul, don't you mean into the barrel? You can tell this is the first video of 2023. Valet Pro wheel brush, so anyone can actually get in there. Talking of brushes, we have the Garage Therapy detailing brush. That has the black bristles. That's a stiffer of the selection they sell. Talking of brushes, do not get cheap brushes. They are a waste of time. Wooden handled ones are alright. They might look pretty, but in my experience they swell up and they break. Get decent brushes. If you want to find out more about those brushes, I'll put a link underneath. Vicam brush, that thing's older than me. That must have been in every single video. Get yourself one. Get one on Amazon. I'll stick a link a doodle underneath. So that worked. We've got a nice fresh wheel. Obviously the barrel's not going to be scrupulously clean. You need to take those wheels off to do that. So the faces look nice and shiny. Got rid of all that muck, mud and brake dust. I love the fact you can dilute wheel cleaners. I just think it's a more affordable way to go in my opinion. So you can use wheel woolies. I find detailing brush, getting on the faces and getting right into those nooks and crannies are damn sight easier. And to be honest, wheel woolies wouldn't really do a lot, to be honest with you. I'm going to save those for my Skoda. So I've got a 25 degree nozzle now. That's the narrow one. A little bit more velocity. So while we're here, we'll take out all the junk from the nooks and crannies, because we're going to be tackling that a bit later on. What do you mean a bit later on? Why don't you just watch the video, Paul? You'd know when it's coming up. Yes, we're going to be tackling it now, obviously. This is still the all-purpose cleaner in the big boy foamer. You can convert that just to a sprayer. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. Talking of detailing brushes, these are the work stuff brushes, and this is the stiffer one of the selection. There is no point in using a fancy detailing factory style brush. They look fantastic on YouTube videos, but to be honest with you, you need something with a bit of, you know, a bit of something about it, so you can get in there and get rid of all the junk. It might look great on camera using detailing factory style brushes, and there's nothing wrong with them, they're brilliant, but they don't really do a lot on places like that. Big Bang X, that just sounds like a top shelf magazine from 1996. This is the hard hitting citrus. Now I've put this in just a trigger spray rather than the electric pump sprayer or battery pump sprayer. Made it nice and strong, it's around about a 1 to 6. This is going to soak into the grime. It'll start breaking it down, and then we're going to coat the vehicle with a nice thick, and I say thick, blanket of foam. Spoiler alert. This is going to work its magic by getting rid of all that grime. It'll start breaking it down. Now, it's not going to be a complete strip job. This isn't traffic film remover, but it is going to do this safely. You can use this on waxed cars, on sealed cars. It won't degrade anything, although, however, the LSP on this car is fairly non-existent because it's not been done for a while. But this is going to break down things like bird poop and grime. So there it is, doing its thing, starting to break the stuff down. It's got like a shiny film. It just coats the car. You can see it doing its thing. Cosmic. Sorry, I had to say that. Snow foam. This is going in a brand new Lance. Great, they've actually put flip tops on. Take note, manufacturers. There it is. There's a new Lance. MJJC V3 version 3. Very different to the other ones. It's quite a tall snow foam cannon. In my opinion, it's probably one of the sexiest snow foam cannons I've ever seen. Sorry, I just don't get out a lot. Now, watch me turn the nozzle on the top. That's not there. That's just about full whack. It's incredibly thick. So I had to turn this down. So dilution rates is 1 to 9. Around about 100 mil in that with the Lance topped up, and it still came out thick. I've had to turn this back. So my first impressions of this Lance are it's very adjustable, but yeah, boy oh boy does this come out super thick. Now, people are probably watching this. If you're in the States, I know you love thick foams. If it's too thick, it'll be dry and it won't do anything. So turn your nozzle back. I know it's great having Gillette all over your car, turning your car into a marshmallow, and you can put it on Instaspam, it's great, or put it on Bookface, but it doesn't really do a lot. Believe you me, I've tried it. I have tried with several different snow foams, making them super, super thick. It's not for everybody, so this may need to even be dialed back further, either with the dilution rate or the mixing nozzle itself. First time using this Lance, so bear with me. To get the grime out of the window rubbers, once again using a stiffer brush. Certainly a bit of neglect in there, that's not been touched for a while. Or the filler cap, boom boom, dad joke. So allow this a good 10 or 15 minutes. There's no sun out because obviously we're in Great Britain, that never comes out. And I always go from the bottom up so I can see where I've been. It is a process. You're not just blasting foam off the car. You're moving in an orderly fashion to remove the dirt. Argue in the comments section if you want. This is how I do it. There's no rights or wrongs. You're not going to get shot down by the detail police. The armchair warriors that don't even have channels, that don't want to put themselves out there. Most of my viewers are incredibly forgiving, and they will watch a video and put some fantastic comments. Without your comments, we wouldn't really have a channel. I love the fact we can interact. Back to the video, Paul. Stop going on. What did it do? Well, it did quite a lot. It's not going to strip absolutely everything, and yes, I missed a bit. Top left. Don't worry, we'll get it in a bit. So apart from some tar spots, this seems to do a really good job. That lovely green paintwork. It's a bone of contention, the colour of this car. Many people love it, many people hate it. A bit like Marmite, really. I love it. Pretty much zero protection on that clear coat. So this is what we were actually left with after the pre-wash stage. So no 2-bucket wash as of yet. We'll come to that in a bit. And yes, I think something you don't really see YouTubers do a lot of. This is another rinse. And why? When I've already rinsed it. I'll tell you why. Setting cameras up. I turned around and the car had actually dried out. So that's why I was doing that. Iridescence. This is a enhancing shampoo. So one that's going to give the car a little bit of protection, but it's also going to get into the rubbers. It's going to make it look a little bit better. And just start that process of giving it a bit more love. They're not for everybody, these. I have used them in the past. They do freshen vehicles up, and especially vehicles which have got absolutely naff protection on it. Yet again, another Metro video bomb. So, impressions of this shampoo. It's super glidey, but not too glidey. You can actually feel it doing something, and it literally puts a coating on the car. You can see it as I go around. The car starts to look a little bit more glossy, like it should do. And it's nice to use, and it didn't die in the bucket. 4 capfuls of that straight in the bucket. You can put this in your lance. I do that, and it's great fun. However, if you put too much in a lance, you can miss bits on the car. Something I'd probably keep back for the summer months, whenever that is in the UK. There it is again, Metro. I swear that my wife thinks if she features the car in a video, that Google are going to pay us extra. No, they don't pay us enough as it is. So that is what we are left with so far. Tea break time now. Shiny. Hydro Seal, yeah, another one of these wet coat style products. This is the attachment I use for quick release. That's your Arbor bit, and that's the bit from eBay. I will put links underneath. I get asked every single week, where'd you get that from? So the idea behind this is it gets into everywhere. It goes on the rubbers, it goes on the glass, it goes on the painted surfaces, wheels and tyres especially, don't neglect those. Get this on and then get it off. Get it off quickly. If you're going to use one of these in the summer, try and avoid it in sunlight because they can leave streaks. Foam cam now. Yeah, it looks like snow foam, but watch it start running down the panels. You can actually see it start adding protection. That is the car scope lance, by the way. And that is when you blast it off. You've got instant gloss and fantastic water behaviour. Now they do say up to around 6 months. I'm not so sure about 6 months. I would say closer to 3 in our country, especially on our roads. I live on an island. There is a bit of salt on the roads, as well as old people. Ooh, fancy new nozzle. Yeah, thanks to Carscope UK. Probably thinking you had a lot of names in your videos because I get asked in the comments section, what's that? What's that? That's why I try and mention as much as possible about what I'm using, except for that drying towel because I can't remember who sent it. What an idiot. So it makes drying your car very, very quick. Didn't leave any streaks, any residue. And then you can start drying the wheels and the tyres. If you've got a pet blower, grab a pet blower. And if you've got one of these, which is the big boy one, which is sent down from Ultimate Finish, in that video I put a link above. Check it out. So those came up nice and clean. It's a good idea to clean these because they can rot. Older BMWs suffer from rust. This has got a bit round the arches. And the idea of this Mr. Miyagi double-handed part in the video is just to buff off the excess. Whatever was left on the car, the drips, get rid of them. Last but not least, this is a layerable tyre gel. So the first layer is going to be kind of satin. It may not look it, and that's an odd looking liquid. I don't want to talk about that in the comment section. Get it on, work it in, allow to dry. If you're not happy with the finish, then layer it, put another layer on. And the more layers you put on, the more glossy it gets. Yes, it smells. It smells like aftershave. I don't know what aftershave it is, and I wouldn't wear it as an aftershave, but it smells fantastic. Before and after shots. Once again, thanks for watching. Keep subscribing if you haven't subscribed already. Lots of videos coming this year. It's going to be a very, very busy year. I think it's time to put the kettle on. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra.